But yeah, no. So that was a whole lot of fun, and uh, and then
Mm.
there's just like, all right, then there's events that occur.
Oh
Uh,
yes, yes. Mm.
oh, you got wind
No,
of, okay.
no, but you went to a convention.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's events that occur like for the podcast.
Yes.
So so Gene is like, hey, we're making plans or whatever. And he's like, hey, so yeah, we should go grab a bite. Um I know a place actually, got invited to. We can go check it out. About an hour away, there's a strip club,
Yeah.
really good food,
That's how it is, man.
right? Apparently the food is great.
How they keep you there.
And I'm like, you got to do it for the story. You got to do
Well, yeah.
you got to do it for the story. Right? Like, really? Are you dead serious? He's like, yeah, no, dead serious, right? This is the thing. You're like, okay, can we do this? Can we make it back while other things are happening? Like, how?
Yeah,
And
the timing could be a little
the
iffy.
timing can be a little iffy. So unfortunately, weren't able to make that happen on the Friday or so. But we said, all right, fuck it, for the bit. Sunday we'll go, and
Well, I don't think you need to get decent food and look at titties for a bit. I think a lot of people just do that.
they certainly do. But again, especially like to drive an hour out for it, and it's just like, hey, first impression, nice to meet you for reals and not and offline. I'm Gene. Want to go to a strip club? I hear they got great eats. It's kind of wild. So
Seems appropriate.
I
Because
mean,
like I'll be streaming and like I like it's the strangest fucking thing. It's the weirdest thing. I'll be streaming and it's like quiet and it's like normal, and then like some toxic, evil, psycho woman shows up and starts being all insane and doing insane female shit, and then Gene's just in my chat. It just fucking appears.
yep.
And goes, oh yeah. I can make her worse. And I go, where'd you come from? Where did you were here?
Yeah, no. And again, as someone who's lived that infinite wealth life, he's already had his like. He knows the deal with fucking growing up on the rough streets of Guam and being babysat in a strip club and and like all kinds of wild shit. So yeah, so basically by Sunday, it's like, all right, that'll be a little bit after things start to calm down, and we amass a little group. So with Eyepatch Wolf, Little V, Foxcade, Oni, and Jill and Punch Mom and stuff. We head on down, and yeah, like like Gene's like spoken to the dude in charge, the manager or whatever, and he's like set up a table and everything, and it's all like right in the front, and like whatever, like priority seating and shit. you know and we're just like, all right, fuck it, let's go. And so we line it up, and of
I
course
knew a guy.
he knew, and yeah, like, there you go, right? So he came over, and again, they had I forgot his name, but like whatever, it was like, oh yeah, you're that guy, cool, nice, what's up? He's like, anything you guys need, da da da. And we sit down, we do our thing. It just happens to lay out in a formation right in front of the pole of the main stage, that is basically just the Last Supper. And
Yeah, okay.
and of course he's dead center, so Gene is now
Yeah.
strip club Jesus, right?
Yeah.
And like leaning over, talking, whatever. And yeah, we order up, we do our thing, and it's
How was the food?
you know what? It was pretty all right. It wasn't
Yeah.
bad. I was expecting a bar like with because okay, when I think of strip club food, I think of like a
Pub food?
I know, no. I think of what I've heard, which is like a buffet table and like a salad bar, right? And like I've like that's the type of imagery I get of like you walk around a little with your little tray and scoop some stuff into your plate and go back and sit down. That wild shit. And that's not what happened. They brought out some like proper plates. Gene got like a personal pizza, and they made it extra big because it was like, hey, what's up? Thank you for coming. Yada yada. Um, yeah, like it was like I was like, okay, this is solid. I half considered. I was looking at it. I was like, like I'm kind of. I saw a shrimp cocktail on the list, and I was like, I'm kind of in the mood for a shrimp. I'm not gonna get a fucking shrimp cocktail. I think let's keep it
Why not?
sane. I'm just, if I get sick, I have no one to blame but me for getting seafood out in a fucking DC strip club in the wild, right? But
Wooly watched you eat old cake off of a fucking like table,
Literally-
of a fucking bureau.
literally a few hours, not a big deal, hyper over exaggerated story for the bit, but
Wooly, there were like 5 other people in that room, and they have all told that story the same.
hyper exaggerated. Nonetheless, in this case, I'm like, seafood is a dice roll, and I've had seafood. I've had a shrimp salad thing from like a food court that I liked that got me fucked up for a couple days. So even under the best conditions, it's like, all right, you're taking a chance. I'm just like, you know what? Let's just keep it safe. Why tempt fate, especially when I'm not at home, right? Where worst comes to worst, I don't want to be fucking shitting my ass out in a hotel bathroom and then for the rest of this, whatever experience.
Isn't that part of the experience?
And then on a plane and then in trance, et cetera, et cetera. Like, so, I got a nice mushroom Swiss burger. I can't complain. It was
sounds nice.
It was quite nice. So like, no surprise to anyone. Would you be surprised if I were to tell you that like Reggie's a natural and just gets up and is like in his element with a pizza slice, tossing his bills out, doing it, and it just like looks like not missing a beat. Like, oh yeah. Okay, regular. He knows what's going on. Just like super well adjusted.
I'll tell you what,
While
man,
the rest
I don't
of us
know
are-
Reggie that well, so like I'm getting a lot via osmosis. So I'm gonna just say no. I don't think there's almost anything you could possibly tell me about Reggie that would surprise me at all.
I mean, I think you could rest assured that we were definitely a bunch of like con attendees, showing up to have fun. And again, in a large group of mixed company as well, it's not the same as like 1 or 2 dudes coming in on their own. So it's a party-ish atmosphere. But nonetheless, again, dude just went up and was doing his thing. Oh yeah, okay, no, he knows what he's doing. He's got it. So you hit the bill breaker, you go in. We don't have we don't have $1 bills anymore in Canada, of course, but clearly in America.
We haven't had $1 bills since like fucking before I was born.
And we're also like basically cashless at this point as well. Like it's really most.
Yeah, a lot of Americans don't know that. Canada has like given up on money in your hand.
It's very unusual for it to be used in most places. So all that to say, like, it's like, yeah, no, strip clubs keeping America keeping those bills in rotation. There's a reason for it. Yeah, and so like that was all smooth and at the end, I guess we did our job and we patronized the place and we. Everyone that worked hard was compensated. It was a good time.
Stimulated the local economy.
There you go. Amongst other things, apparently. And again, a bunch of some gamers are shyer than others, but it was a good time. And you know what? We even at the end of the evening were brought some merch, and we got some toques. So. Shout outs to the Good Guys Club in Washington, D.C. as voted the best strip club multiple years in a row, apparently.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So, again, like Gene, hell of a first impression. Well done, sir. I applaud it, Like he's and it is, he did say it's like it is a bit of a Hail Mary to just be like, hey, Wooly, what's up? So how about this though? But you know enough to know that it's like, yeah,
like, hey, you look cool, get in
Get in.
energy on this story.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, when you're chatting and talking about, whatever, the Yakuza or just whatever game shit, and then like the air is punctuated with the sound of like an ass dropping low or like heels
Mhm.
clicking, and you're like, oh, hey, oh wow, look at that, incredible.
Wow, they can do flips now. How
Oh,
times have changed.
oh, the athleticism, yo. There is a reason why like pole dancing has become a massive workout like trend, because that is a real thing that takes so much upper body strength. It's crazy. So yeah, any of the moves you see that they're pulling off are like well fucking earned. Um, there was there is still the illusion being shattered somewhat though of like when you see the spinning on the pole in particular, the knowledge
Yeah.
that the pole is actually two pieces. There's a rotating base, so when you grab it, the pole itself is locked in place, but it will spin. It'll rotate. You know,
Mhm.
so that part of it is not actually them hands burning
Dude, your
around.
fucking shit would chafe
It's
off.
insane. That part's not it. But for the actual like upper body strength and core and upside down and shit and all that, it's like, yep, that's pure muscle. So good times there. And I mean, fuck. I'd go back. I'd get me a burger. Why not? It was wild. And I guess overall too, I think I'd say that most of the time coming down to America, there's a little bit of that like, oh, you guys are from Canada, dang, well, you must be going through the real winter, like this shit must be nothing to you. But to be fair to the fucking, I guess whatever, like the water by the corner of Washington and Virginia and Maryland, that shit's super freezing. Like that's
Oh,
what.
it depends, man. I've shoveled the my walkway twice this year.
That's it. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I would say like for us, it just the snow piles up more. We get it like knee deep, and sometimes worse. But in terms of just like how much the outside is trying to kill you, no, no. If you live in some of those areas, especially waterfront areas during the winter, you're getting the brunt of it. You're getting damage. That's
America can get very cold.
yeah, definitely comparable to how Canada gets in some cases. So, yeah.